Hey guys, Joy Taylor here. Before we get to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast, I wanted to talk to you about Health IQ. Health IQ uses science and data to secure lower rates on life insurance for health-conscious people. If you're living an overall healthy lifestyle, you have a 60% lower risk of mortality than someone who isn't. So if you're a runner, a cyclist, a vegan, you name it, Health IQ rewards you by saving you money on your life insurance. More than half of Health IQ customers save between 4 and 33%, and these savings are exclusive to Health IQ. So to learn more and see if you qualify, get your free quote today at healthiq.com/crazy or mention the promo code CRAZY when you talk to a Health IQ agent. Now let's get to the show. Maybe I'm crazy, but eating popcorn could cost the Warriors the title.
Eating popcorn ain't never cost nobody nothing.
$1 if you buy them. So buy the popcorn somewhere.
Damn it.
Yeah. It was a good line in your head.
God.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
Welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. That's Brandon Newman, who doesn't understand they have to pay for things, apparently.
Hi, guys.
You're just high on popcorn now. That's what it is.
I am very high on popcorn.
I understand. We'll discuss popcorn later.
Market.
Welcome back. We missed you guys last week. I was off, so we had a special, Valentine's Day special.
Mm-hmm.
I was running around New Orleans,
Yes.
getting it in with my mother.
You listened to that song multiple times. I want to dance with somebody. Great song.
Well, they continue to play it, and it's when it comes on, I have to dance. That's the rules.
Yeah, of course.
Mardi Gras was really fun. I'll talk a little bit about that later. Happy birthday to Brandon, since I didn't have to actually wish him a happy birthday. And I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad friend and I'm a bad co-host because I did not. Yeah, I am. I can admit when I'm wrong.
I hide my birthday from people actively.
It's not a good thing.
I prefer the oh my gosh, sorry I missed it text than like a happy birthday on your birthday.
I disagree. My birthday is the entire month of January. So I live my life a little differently. So I forgot to wish Brandon a happy birthday on his actual birthday because I'm a terrible person. In all fairness, I was probably intoxicated on your birthday.
Yes.
So
no, that's fair, completely.
So yeah, so happy birthday.
No,
Well, happy
thank you.
belated.
I appreciate it.
We have a big show today. A lot happens. All-Star weekend. We will get way into that. We have Devin Booker, 3-point champ, on the show today. It was a weekend for the culture. Mm-hmm. We are going to talk about Fergie.
Oh God.
You can shut up and dribble, or you can just keep doing whatever it is that you normally do because those aren't the rules. And for losers, curling is terrible. And NBA rivalries are losers this week also.
Pushing back, can't
yes.
wait.
But let's start with the All-Star weekend. As I said, it was a weekend for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Migos was everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, first of all, we have to acknowledge your sweatshirt.
I mean, so.
And you got a sticker, and you got a new sticker. I'm happy that you
I used to have
Kanye.
I used to have Kanye West on my laptop. Now
it's a beautiful Black Panther logo.
Wakanda.
Are we doing the handshake now? Is that the new rule?
No, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna take it that far.
People to do that.
All right, we'll get a little into Black Panther also later on, but really the start of the weekends, and just with perfect timing. 2017 won't leave us alone. Still hanging on.
Lingering a little bit.
Still lingering.
It's February.
In our month too. I mean, how dare you? How dare
Always
you?
in our month.
All right, so we'll talk about it. Laura Ingraham had some words for LeBron James. LeBron and KD, as I mentioned, rivalries are dead, are driving around in an Uber commercial with Uninterrupted and Carrie Champion talking about Donald Trump. And LeBron basically said that Trump doesn't care about the people, which is his opinion. And he's allowed to have it. Or not, because he plays basketball. So apparently when you play basketball, you're not allowed to have an opinion on politics, which is what Laura Ingraham said. So she's a host for Fox News. And she said that LeBron should basically shut up and dribble. Yeah, she said a lot more. But she basically insinuated that if you're an entertainer, you don't have a right to have an opinion on politics. This went everywhere, of course. Anyway, LeBron obviously responded, and it became the topic of the entire weekend. Everyone was asked about it in their media sessions. They talked about it on the actual broadcast. And I'm just going to give my opinion on it, and then we will move on into the rest of the All-Star weekend. But I'm really sick and tired of hearing this. And this started with the Kaepernick thing, that if you are an athlete or you're an entertainer, you don't have a right to have an opinion about politics. And I need someone to explain it to me.
Yes,
so we're going to pretend that there are no racial undertones to this conversation. All right? And don't hit me with the book, because again, it's just like, if you don't agree with her opinion, then you should be quiet. All right? So so she has said this, that people should be quiet. So I need this to be explained to me, because I don't understand it. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm definitely not. I'm crazy, but I'm definitely not stupid.
Right.
I'm positive of that. So I need this to be explained to me. One, let me just put this to you, and then you can maybe tell me. Maybe you can explain it to me.
Yes.
Person A,
Got it.
okay, is a citizen of the United States. So is person B. This person A can pass to pay taxes. Person B does too. They can vote. So can this person.
Okay.
They have to abide by all the laws of this country. They are still affected by if we go to war or the economy or, if the ozone layer decides to disappear right over top of New York City, all of the things that affect Americans that live here in this country.
Right.
The president of the United States is also the president of him. Okay. Let me see if I left anything out. Healthcare, any new laws that are passed, all those things affect person A and person B. Okay?
Equal at this point, yes.
Everything is the same because everyone's the same. Everyone is the same.
Citizens,
okay,
yes.
Citizen of the United States of America. Okay. This person B, is a plumber, an electrician, a teacher, a banker, a software engineer, a painter. What else do people do? A landscaper, an accountant, whatever you can dream of. Okay?
Yes.
Lawyer.
Cafeteria worker.
Okay. Person A is an entertainer. Why is it that person B is allowed to have an opinion about politics whenever they feel like it, but because person A is an entertainer, they are not allowed to? Please explain.
I can't.
Okay, thank you, because I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. We have this mentality that we own entertainers, like we own athletes, they're our property, like entertain us, make us laugh.
Our kids are watching you.
Wow us. Don't hit me with the kids.
I'm telling you, that's the argument.
I could not care less. If that's how you're raising your child, then that's what you deserve. Sorry. If you are not teaching your children to be a well-rounded person and make their decisions not based off of what one professional entertainer does, then shame on you. Sorry.
Right.
I had lots of idols growing up. I mean, I loved Michael Jordan, but I had other people I looked up to.
Yeah. And you didn't do all things Michael Jordan did.
No, unfortunately, I did not know.
Yeah.
I did not the same accomplishments. Anyway, the point is, I don't understand this argument. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And the reason it makes no sense is because, well, let's face it, it's not that simple, right? There are some undertones to this, and I'm tired of hearing about it. And I know I give LeBron James a really hard time because I'm petty, and he left the Miami Heat, and I don't like Cleveland, and that's where he plays, and I can't root for Cleveland. All right, these are the facts. But the respect I have for LeBron James as a superstar, I cannot properly articulate. He is the greatest superstar. And I was thinking about this morning. Like, who is somebody else that you could compare to? And Magic Johnson was the other one that I thought of. When you think of somebody who is a great teammate, who is a great family person, who's never been in trouble with the law ever,
Crazy.
Never been in any kind of scandal, is an incredible example to the community, cares about the community he grew up in, cares about whatever community it is he plays in. Even when he's out here in LA, he's given the money from the All-Star game to foundations here in LA. He is outspoken on social issues. I mean, he's given millions of dollars to charity. He's going to start his own school. You
know how that person that you're talking about, obviously LeBron James, is a special human being. Most of those things are things Obama has done.
LeBron James is incredible.
Yes.
Okay? He's an incredible... And on top of all this, he's had the spotlight on him since he was, 14? It's unheard of. It's actually impossible what LeBron James has done. The people around him, he brought up with him. He still has his mother with him. He married his high school sweetheart. He has 3 children. Do I need to even continue? No, I don't, because you know what? You could find all this out on his Wikipedia, because it's not hard to find. Which leads me to the other thing. So wrapping that up, LeBron James is incredible. Right. Whatever it is that I complain about with him being petty and stuff, it is irrelevant. Like, let's be serious for a second. Right. I have the utmost respect for LeBron James. He's an incredible superstar.
It's you being petty.
He is one in a universe. We'll never have another LeBron. Everything that happened this weekend started with that. It was a controversy throughout the entire weekend. All I want to say is I'm really tired of people saying that if you're an entertainer, you should have an opinion about politics. Everyone is allowed to have an opinion now. That's what Twitter is for, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope's still rocking. What else we got? LinkedIn. Yeah. They're still sending me emails for some reason. Can't figure out why. How to turn it off.
Black Planet.
Trump date. Okay, everyone's allowed to have an opinion. If you're a citizen of the United States, you are allowed to have, even if you're not. But like, let's just limit it to that. If you want to be all particular, he's allowed to have an opinion. And the shut up and dribble thing, like, he's never going to do that. And I mean, what a weekend for this.
Wrong time.
Wrong time.
Wrong time.
So
for the
now
culture.
let's get to actual All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
We're going to talk to Devin Booker. He won the 3-point contest. The dunk contest.
Come on.
It's fun. It's a dunk contest, you know?
Look, I'm tired. I get drawn in every time. I'm mad at myself at the end of it because I'm like, what do I expect? When I sit down,
We only get to watch the dunk contest once a year, so you watch it, and that's what it is. And then it's a dunk contest. I mean, I respect it, the feat of it, but I think we're spoiled. That's why we don't react to the dunk contest the way that we usually do. We're spoiled by it.
That's fair. But also, like, I get in trouble asking about this, but like, I don't know. I want some type of star to dunk. I don't want an up and comer.
You want, but that's what it is. I mean, you need the young guys to do it. They're not. No superstar is going to risk getting hurt on the dunk contest. It's not going to happen anymore.
Dwight Howard, Nate Robinson.
It's just not going to happen. How long ago was that? It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. You got to let that go. Free yourself of that. Free yourself of that.
Devin.
Let it go.
Yeah, Mitchell. Whatever.
Donovan Mitchell.
is great.
We spit facts around here, all right?
Yeah.
All right, Donovan Mitchell. Congrats to him. But the game. So the one thing I will say about this weekend, everyone was on the same page. It was delightful. Everyone agreed on everything. From the start to the end, everyone agreed on everything.
It was eerie.
The only thing I think that we might run into some friction on is the popcorn thing, which we'll get to later. I feel like you and I might be on a different page on that. But we both tuned in at the same time.
Yes.
As did the rest of the world for the All-Star game, and we're confused, just baffled as to what we were watching. I don't know what was happening. Do you know what was happening?
Don't tell us the game starts at a certain time if at that time I have to sit through 30 to 40 minutes of garbage.
I mean, it was a skit of
comedy
sorts.
garbage.
It was a skit of sorts. I agree with you. My time is precious.
So what am I doing here?
Okay, and I don't know how long this is going to last. How long is it going to last? It's going to be 5 minutes? It's going to be 20 minutes. Who knows?
I got out of the hot tub early at my apartment complex to go watch that. I was so mad.
Why don't you just stream it on your phone?
You know,
They make these things now. They have these available.
I like to be in there. I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
You wanted to go inside.
Yeah.
Fine. So the intro was insane, and then Fergie happens. And Fergie has since apologized for her outburst.
Wild.
I think we could call it at this point. I don't know.
Wild.
We'll break that down later as well. Everyone has an opinion about Fergie. The halftime show was awesome.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
It was fun.
It was because Met Towley, is that how you say her name? Mate?
I know who you're speaking about.
Yeah. Swaggy Shorty.
Yes.
Otherwise known as. By the way, I mean, did I find her so fast? Were you following that?
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
You were
okay.
great.
I've been trying to tell y'all for a while now, but don't give a woman a phone and something to do. Okay. I will find anything you need to know about any person.
But you just said
give
you
me
weren't a journalist.
5 minutes. What?
You just said you weren't a journalist. You was on that quick.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not a journalist.
You was on that scoop.
An investigator is different than a journalist.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. She looked like she was on Fast Forward while she was dancing.
She was incredible. She's incredible. She's a superstar now. She did an amazing job. I'll tell you what, that halftime show, that one Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes.
He was hiding the baby's eyes.
The opposite
were you
of
doing
Black
this if you had a baby? You're like, oh.
Watching the 3D.
You don't even know about that yet.
Watching the Radar movie with your parents. Set it off in the theaters.
And Migos took the whole weekend over, which was amazing. So overall, I enjoyed the All-Star weekend, and the ending of the game was great. It was
Warriors
great.
versus Warriors.
No, you want a competitive All-Star game. That's what everyone clamors for.
No, it was fun.
And it was competitive in the end. Were you not on the edge of your seat?
I argue it was competitive the entire time. It was close the entire time. When Team LeBron came back.
There were some moments where I was like, why would you shoot that? You know you're not going to make that shot.
It's the All-Star game. Joel Embiid had more three-pointers in that game than he had all season. Not true. Gut data fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say not true, but gut data fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just happens that way. It's what you do. You got to take into consideration.
I don't know. I liked it. I know everyone is talking about for next year that they want the draft to be televised. Yeah. I don't know about that. I got to think about it. No, I think they will.
Uninterrupted's going to pick it up.
A lot of the play. Well, look, it's a players' league.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like The one thing I don't like about it is this. If you're an all-star, you should just be an all-star. It's kind of like the Hall of Fame. Like, if you're in the Hall of Fame, you're in the Hall of Fame. I don't care how many times it took you to get in. There's this formality.
The number.
Right. So I feel like it kind of takes away from their all-star status if you're like the last all-star picked. Like, that sucks. I know it gives us stuff to talk about and like fans can bicker about it and stuff, but you're an all-star, you're an all-star. Like, that's what it should be.
Oh, getting picked last. That's how you get the Russell Westbrooks of the world.
Yeah, but he did not get picked last at all. He just thought he did because his last name's W. Starts with a W. I don't know. We'll see how it changes next year. Overall, I thought the All-Star Weekend was fun. All right. We are joined now by Devin Booker, the winner of the three-point contest.
Hey.
Devin, thanks so much for joining us. I know you're on vacation, a little All-Star break, so appreciate you taking some time out for us. Congrats on three-point contest. This was your second one. So what was it like winning it?
It was actually really special. After my rookie year, it's something I always wanted to do my whole life is win a three-point contest, being known as, a so-called shooter the most of my life. So, I feel like that kind of puts a stamp on it, being one of the best shooters. And, it's probably something I really wanted really bad.
Did you make any changes from the first one? Do you have any strategy going in?
Actually, this time around, I did no practicing for it. My rookie year was totally different. I went with I had the rack to shoot every day after practice off the racks. And this time I was just like, whatever happens, happens. And it ended up working out for me.
Let it fly. Now, do you feel any pressure to repeat now, especially since you set the record?
I wouldn't say it's any pressure. I mean, All-Star Weekend as a whole, you try to just make the best of it and have fun with it. And that's what I'm there for. So it's a time to, sit back away from the season and sit back and enjoy the time. This time it was in LA, so my family was there with me. They enjoyed it, but I'll definitely be trying to repeat it for sure.
Yeah, you said it was out in LA. The commentators kept talking about how everyone seems like they had a good night the night before because everyone was so off. Did you have a good night before?
I think everyone had a good night before. It doesn't matter what city it's in. All-Star Week, it was always a good time. But, I think shooting off that rack is what makes it difficult, honestly. But, everybody was off. There is long nights in LA, as everyone knows. So, you never know.
So shooting it off the rack, would you rather have somebody feeding it to you? Do you think that would make it easier?
Yeah, I think I've spoken on this a few times. I think that would make, the three-point contest more interesting, similar to the home run derby.
Right.
In baseball, where you pick who pitches you the ball. I think you should pick who could pass you the ball. I think it's something you could, one, share a special moment, with probably a family member, a father, a brother. And at the same time, I think the NBA would get higher numbers because we're more comfortable shooting that way.
Right.
That's how we shoot every day after practice in the gym. So that's what we're used to.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So what we need to do is just get that idea to LeBron. He'll just shoot it over to Adam Silver, and then it'll happen. I agree with you though. Like
exactly.
that is a cool thing that the
Exactly.
that the home run derby has, is that you can have somebody pitch it to you, and that's what it's more natural. But the numbers would be insane if they did that as well.
And you see that in the dunk contest too. They bring up anybody
Right.
out of stands just to help out.
Yeah, it makes it more personal.
Right.
So
Exactly.
we're out here in LA, so we know what goes on. But I did not participate in any of the weekend festivities because I was on vacation and I took it seriously, so I spent it on my couch. But what was the best part of All-Star Weekend for you? Just the entire experience here in LA, obviously outside of winning the three-point contest.
I'd have to say, I had a house with just me and my friends, me and my homeboys, and this time of the year is a time that I never get to see them really throughout the year besides my brother that lives with me. So I fly all my homeboys in from out of town, and we all spend the weekend together. So they get to have the whole experience with me. They go to all my appearances. I had a Nike appearance, Christian Louboutin. So I was all over the place, and I think they enjoyed all of it.
House party in LA. I will not ask any more questions
Man.
about that. I'll take your word for it on that
Bars
one.
closed at 2, house parties all night.
Yeah. No more house parties in LA for me. But that's got to be fun though. That's an experience I don't think you're gonna get in too many other cities around the country when it comes to the All-Star break. So you're only 21 years old. You're with the Suns. You're the face of the franchise. How are you handling that pressure?
I think, it's a good have on you, considering, I've always put that pressure on myself before, I was known as the face of the franchise or anything like that. So, my whole life, I've always say, I want to be the best at what I do. So, I put that pressure on myself to spend extra time in the gym, to say take those big shots at the end of the game and deal with the consequences if they're good or bad. So it's something that I'm still working on, from a leadership standpoint, because I still have a lot of learning to do myself. So I'm trying to find the balance of learning from my vets, Tyson and Jared, to trying to lead at the same time since we have such a young team.
Now you're talking about big shots, obviously a huge moment in your career and really in the history of the league was the 70 points that you put up in Boston. What was that like?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know how many points you had when that was happening, or you were just letting it fly?
I was just honestly, I was letting it fly. I knew when I was at 55. I knew when I was at 40 and when I was at 55, and then when I got to 70. So everything in between then, I had no idea. But it was just an unbelievable moment in my career that, I'd say everyone speaks to me about it now. But for me, I feel like that was like the start, the start for me. Everyone, I feel like I put my name on the map a little bit, and everyone's more recognizable and knew who I was. So it kind of put a pressure on me, but I was fine with it. But probably the biggest moment of my career thus far.
Were you exhausted? Like, for real? Even thinking about shooting enough times to make 70 points makes me tired.
Man.
Like, sitting here thinking about it, were you tired? Not after the game, during.
I mean, after the game I was. During the game I wasn't. I think, once you're in that zone, you don't think about being tired. And that's the zone that I was in. The crazy part is it was actually on a back-to-back. We had a game the night before in New York and got into Boston real late and had a game the next day. But, tired, honestly, it wasn't on my mind. But after the game, I was definitely exhausted.
So this week, being that it's All-Star Week, is like annual media have a discussion about who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. We do it every single year. It's our thing. So I always wonder, because I'm 31, so I'm 10 years older than you. So, wow, I'm so old.
Stop, Joy.
But
You're
but Michael, I'm a Michael zealot. Like, nobody can ever tell me anything about Michael Jordan. No one can ever pass him to me in my mind. But I wonder for younger guys coming in the league, because you watch LeBron coming up through basketball, is what how do you look at the two of them? Do you compare the two of them? And when you look at how, like, the legacy you want to leave on the NBA, who do you think of first?
I mean, I'm the type, like you said, I honestly don't compare them. I respect greatness as a whole. I always say, there's never going to be another Michael Jordan, and there's never going to be another LeBron James. So for me, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, you look at the championships, his record in the finals, then you go Michael Jordan. But if you just go straight basketball player, then you look at LeBron, and most of all his numbers are better than Michael. So, it's totally two different, say, generations of basketball. And obviously, like you said, I mean, I'm not going older, but the older crowd tends to go with Michael Jordan because they grew up to him and the way he affected the game. And now you have, the younger kids and LeBron James. And, I'm stuck in between. Like I said, I respect greatness as a whole. But if I wanted my career, to go out like somebody, it'd obviously be Michael. His branding off the floor, the way he shaped the game of basketball, I think will never be repeated.
So it sounds like you're going with Michael. I'll take Michael out of that.
For different reasons, though. I like the cultural impact.
Yes,
like
I get it. So a big thing with the NBA, and it was going on all weekend, but it's a theme now. And we see you on Instagram stunting, so we have to ask. Fashion is a big deal. Obviously, it goes hand in hand with music and the NBA. It's all the culture. Who do you think is the best dressed besides yourself? Of course. Who is the best dressed in the NBA, and who is suspect?
You said who is suspect?
Yes.
Top 3 suspect, please.
I'd say the best dresser in the NBA is probably my teammate Tyson Chandler, honestly. And for a big man, it's actually surprising, But I think he has an advantage. He played in New York for a few years, but he comes fresh every day. I can't really speak for everybody else because I don't get to see them walk into the arena every day. But Tyson, since 3 years I've been in the NBA, he hasn't had one fit that's off. It's really simple and clean, which is more my style instead of, loud and real fashionable. I think a lot of guys reach a lot nowadays. But yeah, I say Tyson is the best for me.
You ready to add him?
You said what?
You ready to add the people who's reaching? Just.
Oh no! I'm not gonna say nobody's name because fashion is their own style.
Right?
They
No, I
want to go
feel
about
you.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I Tyson is actually a good one. I wouldn't expecting you to say that, but Tyson is actually a good one, and it's harder for big guys. Brandon, you don't know Brandon. Brandon is can I say you're a big guy? He's a big man.
I'm tall horizontally.
But it's harder for big guys to find fashionable clothing.
Oh yeah, for sure. When you said Tyson Chandler, I was like, oh, it's the big guy effort. Like you get a little extra points. It's graded on the curve a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. All right,
For sure.
So we're gonna let you go. But before we let you go, what are your goals for the second half of the season, and all that?
I'll just say show consistency. We're a really young team, like I said before, and just trying to lead this group. There's times where we look really good, and there's a lot more times where we look really bad. So, seeing more good than bad, and staying consistent.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck on the second half of the season. Congrats on the 3-point contest, and enjoy your extra couple days off chilling.
I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Devin. In or out? Am I in or out? You're never prepared.
We kill that every time. Oh, okay. All right.
What am I in or out on?
The new look Cavs are 4-0 since the NBA trade deadline. Joy. The Bronze Squad got rid of some old unathletic bodies in exchange for some younger athletic ones. They even sent the heavy-eyed hitter back home to Miami. Ms. Dwayne Wade. But most importantly, LeBron is happy. Joy, are you in or out on new look Cavs?
So I did declare that the Boston Celtics were going to win the East.
You did.
At that time, I was right. They were definitely going to beat LeBron. And since that's no longer the case, we'll never know. I just get to be right because we'll never know.
You knew that trade deadline was coming, though, Joy.
I did, but I will be honest with you. I don't think anybody, literally no one,
completely fair.
even Woj tried the fake out with everybody. Like, oh, no, nothing's brewing. Nothing's happening. Nobody knew this was happening. No one. So am I in or out on the new look Cavs as far as what? They're going to win the championship now or they're going to win the East?
I want to hear you. We got to hear you say that you're wrong about the Boston Celtics.
No. At that time, I was right. This is the thing. I'm not one of those people that's like, this is how I feel no matter what new information comes my way. Like, no, the situation's different, so I'm allowed to change my opinion. Okay? It's ridiculous that people do that. Like, no, I still insist, even though there's an entire new roster, that they will lose. No, I'm not going to do that. That's nonsense. All right? Can you look back to that when they win the East and say that? Yeah, but at that time, I was right. And so was everybody else, because guess what? I wasn't the only one saying that. All right? Hot take. Cavs weren't very good at that time, and the Celtics were rolling. So is it irresponsible of me to make a declaration at that point? Sure. I'm willing to admit that, but that is as far as I'm going to go.
Okay.
The Cavs are going to win the East now. I don't know if they're going to win the championship yet. I don't think so, although we'll get to it in a moment. There are some things happening that worry me. But I do like what they did. It was an incredible trade, all-time trade. Dan Gilbert, who knew it? Who knew he had it in him? Although I might be going to give him credit.
No,
I'm not giving him
no,
credit.
no,
I'm
it
giving
was
it to Kobe Altman.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
giving
say
it
it's
to
the
him.
Altman dude.
And
Altman
really,
and Bron.
you owe LeBron for trading Kyrie Irving inexplicably. This is
He
really
owed him one.
this is the least you could do.
He owed him
honestly.
one.
Okay.
I like it. Okay. Moving on. With 10 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter of this year's NBA All-Star Game, Stephen Curry was seen on the bench eating some popcorn. People are criticizing Curry, saying he wasn't taking the game seriously, which got me thinking, Joy, you in or out on popcorn?
Ooh. Trick question. I'm very in on popcorn. I love popcorn.
What makes you very in, like...
Well, I like
Explain yourself.
many variations of popcorn. So, for example, you could have the big tub of popcorn, which
Ooh.
nobody sends anymore. My aunt used to send me those every year for Christmas. It's one of my favorite gifts with the 3 different kinds. You get the
Yes.
regular popcorn, you get the cheese popcorn, you get the caramel popcorn.
Yes.
Although, if you are one of those people that mixes the caramel with the salties,
Yes.
I mean, you're a sociopath. Who does that? It's,
Joy, they sell it. I have multiple bags of it in my
it's disgusting.
home.
It's wrong. It's against everything that I stand for, honestly. So other than that, I love the separates. Okay, you start with the butter, then you get to the cheese, you wash your hands, and then you eat the caramel
Joy,
for the
you
dessert.
are the sociopath.
It's like basically a meal.
For cleaning your hands in
I don't
between
want
popcorn
the cheese
tins.
stuff on the fingers while I'm eating
That
the
is
sweet.
crazy.
Nah, I'm not into the sweet and the salt. I'm very elitist about my salty snacks. I can't have the sweetness involved. I can't have it. Anyway, I love that kind of popcorn.
Yes.
I love movie popcorn with extra butter. Sometimes I get wild and get the little seasoning packets that I know are straight cancer, but they taste delicious. I mean, they can't be good for you. What is that? It's like bacon flavored dust. That can't be good for you. It can't be.
Tastes great.
I don't care. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Put that on there. Extra butter. Movie popcorn's delicious. I like to make popcorn at home, and I have a truffle oil. Put it in the bag.
Sure.
Give it a little shake.
You got truffle oil for the popcorn?
Dang.
Yes,
I do. Yes, I do.
That's next level.
It is next level, and it's delicious. I
I
highly
ain't even
recommend it.
heard of that.
I know you haven't. It's really good.
It's the best thing I did. I used to make popcorn sauce, and that means I just put some brown sugar and some butter and put it in the microwave, stir it up, and then drizzle it over.
Yeah.
I make my own kettle. It was before they was like
kettle corn.
giving out kettle corn the way they are now.
Yeah. So anyway, you can do it with a little cayenne pepper. There's many different ways you can eat popcorn. I love all of
Dang,
it.
you gourmet with your poppies.
I told you I'm very in on popcorn. You asked me what I meant by that, and I told you I'm very in on popcorn. I love popcorn. Great snack. However, I don't like this. I got to be all fuddy-dud about it. Here's my problem. Don't try and pitch me that you're taking the All-Star game seriously and it's like very competitive and it came out hard and you're eating popcorn on the sidelines. Popcorn is not an athletic snack. I'm sorry. It's
He's
just
hungry.
not. I don't care
It
if
is
he's
athletic.
hungry.
It's the best diet. It's the best diet snack out there.
No. Popcorn is not a jump around snack. Okay, there's too much
Snack.
salt. It'll mess up your tummy.
Yes.
It's not good for jumping around. It's good for lounging. That's why they give it to you at the movies.
He was chilling on the bench when he had it.
Okay, but then he had to get up and then perform athletically. And then they lost the game. If they had won the game, baller. All right? But they lost.
No.
So you can only directly correlate the popcorn eating with the losing.
I would say the only thing I'm out on is popcorn in a box. Grow up.
It's not my favorite. I prefer
Grow
it in a
up.
bag.
This is not the circus.
Yeah.
This is not Pleasantville. This is
I'll
not
still eat it though.
1950s.
I'll still eat it though. And however Cardi B eats her popcorn, I'm okay with. So if she eats it in a box, I'm eating it in a box too. But look, people get crushed for eating food on the sidelines all the time.
Yes.
Kelly Olynyk, obviously Beast Mode gets down with the Skittles.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's
But those
got
are like
Skittles for it.
snacks. And I think sometimes you need a little sugar rush. But popcorn is just not something you can eat on the sidelines.
What's ironic about this is you shame people for food shaming all the time.
I know.
that's exactly
And
what
Mark
you're doing.
Sanchez ate a hot dog. But, I mean, he's butt fumble. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're putting yourself in the same category as Mark Sanchez when you do these things.
He's not, Joy.
Yes, he is.
He's an all-star game.
He is butt fumble.
He's
Oh,
enjoying the game.
No. You lost. You lost because you ate the popcorn. It's the only correlation I can make. And on top of that, you're disrespecting the game. And most importantly, I have fears now that you're not even taking the season seriously. It can spiral into this. I'm telling you. It's very bad.
Popcorn is a slippery slope.
It's a gateway drug to losing. That's all I'm going to say. It's a gateway drug to losing the championship.
Speaking of losing, and sticking with the All-Star game, Fergalicious Death.
Devin can't sing the national anthem.
Definitely taking some heat for her sultry rendition of the national anthem during this year's All-Star game. Insert bad Kaepernick kneeling joke here. Joy, are you in or out on national anthem remixes?
I couldn't be more out on anything maybe that you've ever asked me. I don't understand this. There's so many things about this that are nonsense. First of all, and I don't like that she apologized. Okay, what are you apologizing for?
Right.
Who told her to apologize? There's nothing to apologize for. You sang badly.
Social media.
You just apologize. Apologize for what? I wasn't offended. It was just my ears were offended. I wasn't like personally offended.
I wasn't offended. It was hilarious.
You didn't disrespect the national anthem. First of all, it was the perfect ending to that ridiculous start to the All-Star. Anyway, let's play some basketball. Yes, let's. Thank you. That was the best part of the whole national anthem. Thank you for finally. Does this mean we actually get to watch the game now? I've been sitting here for 40 minutes. I got stuff to do. So she sang the national anthem terribly. We all know this. Stop remixing the national anthem. It's not your song to remix, okay? This isn't for you, okay?
This is Ignition.
This isn't about you. It's what? This is
not
not
Ignition.
Ignition. You're right.
It's not. People don't even know what the real Ignition sounds like.
Exactly. It's not for you to remix. First of all, what are you thinking? Did anyone talk to her beforehand? Like, she had to have rehearsed this. And everyone in the room was like, oh my God, fabulous. Totally do that note. I love that. I love that part where you don't say the whole word, where you say "prue." I love that part. Make sure you poke your lips out like "prue" before write that part.
What made me so mad about it is everything I thought was going to happen with Pink's national anthem happened with Fergie's.
Okay,
I was this close.
And Pink's national anthem was fine. It was perfect. And it was probably because she was sick. Because if she'd not been sick, she would have tried some jazzy stuff too. And nobody's time for it. There's one person who's allowed to sing the national anthem however they want, and that's Aretha Franklin. Okay?
That was
she gets up there in her fur coat and her hat, and she does whatever she wants, and whenever you sit there, you're going to like it.
Okay.
If she goes 15 minutes with the national anthem, she adds 10 extra verses that she made up herself. We're all going to sit there, and I dare you to say something bad about Aretha. You know what? You're not going to, because you want to live. You're going to sit there, you're going to listen to all of it. It's her concert. It's her time now.
Okay.
Okay. But that's not Fergie. You. Fergie and Aretha Franklin are not in the same sentence.
What was your favorite reaction shot?
I mean, Draymond is obviously. Draymond is great.
Just mouth over.
I mean, Draymond's catching flies, trying to figure out what's happening with the national anthem, and I'm with him. My face. If there was a camera on my face, it was probably similar.
Well, Steph's was my favorite because
Jimmy Kimmel's was obviously the best.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was laughing. Chance the Rapper's laugh. I watched it this morning and it was cringe worthy.
I think Lil Wayne was trying to be nice about it on Undisputed this week, and he said she was going for like a Marilyn Monroe-esque thing, which is fine, except for Marilyn Monroe was singing Happy Birthday, not the national anthem. She was singing Happy Birthday to a man's who wasn't really a man's, if you know what I'm saying. And Happy Birthday remixes are welcomed, always, because you can remix Happy Birthday any way you want to. National anthem's not for you. So I don't mind to the apology. You don't got to apologize for that, but definitely out. I mean, who's in on that? Come on, Ferg.
Will.i.am, get your girl. Moving on. Our maker boy Mayfield is trying to stop all the comparisons.
Just call him Swaggy B. Everyone knows that.
Okay, Swaggy B is trying to stop comparisons between the NFL bust Johnny Manziel. Mm-hmm. Swaggy B said, "We are two completely different people. I've always been a team-oriented guy. Not saying Johnny wasn't, but I've quickly earned the respect of my teammates because of how I worked." Joy, are you in or out on Mayfield, Mayweather, Swaggy B, Johnny Manziel comparisons?
You all right?
A little bit. I'm okay.
He has to realize that these comparisons are going to happen. I'm in on the comparison because it's fair. If you look at the numbers, it's fair. If you look at their size, it's fair. If you look at the way that they handle themselves on the field, if you look at their trash talk, if you look at where they came from, if you look at the money they came from, their attitudes, the overconfident underachiever, as Skip would like to say, it's all the same. It's the same. And Baker earned this. You're not going to outrun a cop. You got to get better with that first step, bro.
Oh,
I mean, come on. What is that? What is that step? What is that step?
Yes, that's true. It's bad first step. Bad first step. Very slow 10 split.
I mean, you can't. Don't try that. Don't try that at the combine. I hope you've been working on that. That first step is going to slow you down tremendously.
He should be welcoming these comparisons, in my opinion, because if we're talking about on the field,
Johnny Manziel wasn't good on the
Johnny Manziel in college he wasn't.
Okay, but in the NFL is what we're talking about here.
Baker Mayfield hasn't stepped a foot on the NFL yet. If you're going to compare it to a
well, that's the problem here. The combine is starting. We're leading up to the NFL draft. He doesn't want to be compared to Manziel. Manziel's an NFL bust. You just said it. They're no longer playing in college. If they're in college and he's going into his senior year and they're comparing him to Manziel, yeah, of course, like whatever, bro. Of course, I rocked college. Great, but that college is over now. That's behind us. We're going this way now. This way is the NFL, and Johnny Manziel wasn't good in the NFL, and he cost a lot of people their jobs, and now what's he doing?
That's the NFL scouts' fault, and I'm sure NFL scouts have asked people, is this person like Johnny Manziel? And people were like, no, he cares about football. He's disciplined.
I would say that is the biggest difference to me. The thing about Johnny Manziel, the party boy stuff, like
being friends with Drake.
Whatever. If you're going to no, Drake is.
If Drake
is sacred now.
If Drake had put out God's Plan when Johnny Manziel was coming out,
I agree.
Maybe Johnny'd still be in the league.
Yeah, maybe.
But he was on some tip drill stuff at that point in time.
What you said is the biggest difference to me, with other than the accuracy between Baker Mayfield and Johnny Manziel. The party stuff, if you're a guy who wants to party and you're a professional athlete and you can't separate when you should be popping bottles in the club from when you should be training, whatever, you're not going to have a career anyway. You have to be immensely talented. You've got to be Lawrence Taylor talented to overcome that. Okay, your body's going to break down. You're just not going to have a career. But the biggest difference is Baker Mayfield, I think, actually cares about football and cares about being great at football. And I think Johnny Manziel obviously cared more about partying, or he had stronger demons than Baker has.
Johnny Manziel wanted to be a celebrity. I think Baker Mayfield wants to be a football player.
I agree. That to me is the biggest difference. But it's up to Baker to prove that.
Right.
So, but I'm still in Swaggy B's corner, and I would very much like him to come to the Dolphins. Although,
you want to speak that into existence.
I am going to speak it into existence because the Dolphins are not good, and they're not going to be good next year. And I would like some fun, and Baker's going to be fun. I would love that. I really need that quarterback controversy in my life. I need it.
If he has an ounce of Johnny Manziel in him, he's not going to survive in
he's not.
Miami.
He's not, because there's many fun places to go in Miami that have many bottles to be popped, and they have the things.
24-hour places for bottles to be popped.
Yeah, I was just there actually. 11. It's a great place.
I can't speak on 11.
It's very fun.
I can't prove I've been there or not.
You don't know about 11? It's best you say you don't know about 11, actually. It's the best. It's best you skip that. I know all about 11. Love that place. All right, it's time for the Petty Report.
And I won't back down.
Take me seriously.
I always do.
I bought this hat, this crown, this puffy contraption, which is actually quite heavy, so I can't do a whole lot of moving, in New Orleans at Mardi Gras last week, and I had to have it. I just had to have it. I had to have it, and I got it for a lower price because I haggled with it. It was the stuff of angels, actually.
You haggled.
I know. Well, I was like, I just want it, but I don't know. It's just a little bit too expensive. I got $10 off. She's like, if you really want the hat, I'll give it to you for this.
That's how much it was originally, Joy. You didn't get anything off.
Yes, it did.
That was up pricing. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Is that a revelation that the stuff that they buy, they don't upcharge? Anyway.
Okay, you win.
I do win. I got $10 off this thing. And now it's our official Queen Petty crown.
For people who don't know, our podcast listeners, it's a mix between a hat you would see in Aladdin and Little Mermaid and 101 Dalmatians.
It's spectacular. And if you want to see it, you can go to my Instagram page. I wore it around New Orleans, dilly, which is what everyone was yelling at me. And also, we have a YouTube page where you can actually watch the podcast. So.
Subscribe.
Shout out to YouTube. All right, so this week, very quickly, it's the LaVar Ball Petty Report. LaVar, sweet LaVar, we love you. Just keeps winning. Steals the headlines All-Star Weekend. Where's Lonzo? Oh, he's injured. He's not anywhere near All-Star Weekend. But we're still talking about him because he manages to talk about how he's going to have all three of his sons playing for the Lakers. He's going to have in the latest episode of Ball in the Family, he has a picture, he has a space in the house where he's going to be putting up a painting of all three of his sons who have played for the Lakers, and they're retiring all three of their jerseys. And he's speaking into existence.
He's leaving that space right now?
Yes. He also said LeBron is definitely coming to the Lakers, which I feel like I already told everyone, but LaVar needs to verify it. And that Lonzo is going to make LeBron better, which is obviously the petty peg for the week. Which, I mean, I guess you could twist it in a way saying like Lonzo's helping LaVar.
He can make
him better. I don't know. I love Lonzo, as we know, and I love LaVar, and all of this is great. And just as an added bonus for the petty weekend for the LaVar family, Lonzo is not about giving out. Ain't nothing free for Big Baller Brand. All right, Can't be a big baller out here giving out stuff for free.
Come on.
So Lonzo is charging his friends for his emojis.
Charging his friends for his emojis.
Yeah, all celebrities have like their emoji app.
Yeah.
And Andrew Bogut tweeted at Lonzo that he wants some Big Baller Brand emojis. So Lonzo replied to him and pointed him in the direction of the Apple Store link.
Woo.
Yes, ain't no free codes around here. Go ahead and drop those $2.
We in year one of the Big Baller project. We gotta get all the sales.
You gotta support. So Kuzma stepped in. I think he called him disgusting. He didn't mean it literally, but it's a hilarious insult if it's your friend.
They're so cute.
They are adorable. Anyway, Lonzo defended himself and said that Bogut definitely has $2 to support the cause, which I think he does. But ain't nothing free around here. It's amazing. I love the Ball family. Keep doing what you do. Steal the headlines for All-Star Weekend, even though Lonzo's nowhere near it, and it's so petty and it's just great.
Check out that Lonzo Ball Born to Ball mixtape. We got more reviews coming out.
Oh yeah, yes. Brandon is a music reviewer now because as we know, he's very hipster.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grace him, and maybe I'm crazy.
He's very hipster, Brandon.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta brand yourself if there's no brand.
I listen to music before everyone else listens to music, so that's my thing.
You can only do that voice with that hat on.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy my petty crown. It's here to stay.
I can't wait to get used to it.
It's here to stay. I know. It's a lot to take in the first time, but then after a while, you do get used to it. All right, the DJ Khaled honorary All We Do Is Win award goes to the Migos for this weekend. They were all over NBA All-Star Weekend. Shout out to NBA also for just embracing the culture for the weekend. Okay, obviously the NBA is the culture, but it is what they do. But we saw the NFL got super scary with the halftime show and the whole weekend surrounding the Super Bowl. So it was a pleasant surprise to have some twerking and some culture and some fun in the NBA All-Star Weekend. I appreciated it. Migos was everywhere. Cardi B.
Yes, Cardi. I don't like the blonde wig she rocking right now. I don't. I gotta be honest. I'm not a Cardi B fan. Don't do that. You like the blonde wig?
I love it. She looks adorable.
Really?
Yes. First of all, there's no Cardi B slander.
It's not. I'm just honesty. I love Cardi B. Put your black hair back on.
No. I like the blonde. It's cute.
Okay.
But yeah, Migos was all over All-Star Weekend. I love the Migos. I'm in on them going mainstream. Also, I know you have issues with this.
So I was the early adopter of the Migos back when Offset was still in jail. Drake put me on Versace. Lou said on me like I'm Illuminati.
You were a what? You an early what?
Early adopter of the Migos. Early adopter of the Migos,
You're
Joy.
gonna pull the hipster
No
move with the
label
Migos?
1, no label 2. Better than the culture 2. Yes, I'm going to pull that label.
Okay.
So, with that being said, to hear them all over ESPN, to see Quavo go on First Take, I get it. I'm very happy for them. This is the life you're supposed to live. Congratulations. I just wish they would stop at a feature cameo in the Atlanta episode. Like, they're too mainstream now for me. It's not as fun listening to. This last album was more like a glorified mixtape. I'm afraid they're losing their sound from popularity. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, first of all, on the list of annoying people in the world,
yes.
the people that like in the top 10, okay, in the top 10 is definitely people who have to have their food separate on the plate. Okay, the juices can't touch. Mm-hmm. Definitely in that list. Also in that list, the people who were I was there at the beginning people, okay? I knew about this song before everyone else knew about this song because I listen to music better than you listen to music. I knew about this actor when he was in indie films. So I'm a bigger fan. I deserve to sound cooler because I knew about them.
I'm just saying,
Migos, so mainstream.
If you got it, flaunt it. Does that work there?
It's so hipster of you. It's actually offensive that you just said that.
It's the only thing I have, Joy, is listening to bad rappers early on, listening to them get good, and then they get popular.
And then they get stolen from you.
Dab was literally 2 to 3 years before little Timmy was dabbing in the back of a NHL game. Just saying.
You were on dabbing first?
They started the dab. I'm saying like dabbing became popular before they became popular. It's just ridiculous. It's
I'm Brandon. I listen to music before other people hear about it, and then I get to judge them for then liking the music that I liked before everyone else liked it. Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings. These are the losers and losers of the week. Forget it. All right. Number 3 loser of the week is the intro to the All-Star game. This is how you know that you have lost. When all of Twitter is in agreement, you have taken the L. Do you know how hard it is to get Twitter to agree on all of Twitter to agree? And by all, I mean there's like maybe one person that was like, oh my God, hilarious.
Not even.
I didn't see it.
Not even one.
So if you missed it, it was Kevin Hart, Rob Riggle, Queen Latifah, Adam Devine, Luda.
Chris Ludacris Bridges, I believe he goes by now.
Okay. Luda doing this very weird 15-minute performance like NBA Hamilton.
What happened? What was why? What was that?
I don't know what I thought, honestly, it was so bizarre to me. I thought I was missing something. Like I was on Twitter like maybe I missed something. Like what?
Yes.
Are people laughing at this?
No.
Am I crazy? And everyone was like, "What's happening?" So I was like, "Oh my God, what's happening? Can someone explain this to me? I don't know what's happening. What's happening? What am I watching?" When
Fergie came on, it was a sigh of relief. She's like, "Okay, I recognize this. Like,
right. This is something I understand.
Right.
This is something that happens." Yeah, I mean, look, and then Kevin's like roasting them, but you can't really hear the jokes. They're talking about Goran Dragic's breath. Coming at Dame for his music. The whole thing was just very weird. I didn't appreciate it. Here's my thought. Why not just do what works, right? We know there's going to be an amazing halftime show, but like it's music, fashion, NBA. That's the triangle, right?
Yeah.
So let's just keep turning it. Like we'll just come out with something that's going to be amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like come out with Kanye or something, you know? Like bring Snoop out here. Where's Cube? I'm happy with any of these.
What have they done in the past? Like it was so bad. I was like, wait, were these people introduced ever before?
Can we get Nipsey Hussle? Like let's just do something. Can we just do something up here?
Uncle Luke's got to be ready.
We know we're gonna get Migos at halftime, so let's just throw Uncle Luke.
Yeah, Uncle Luke could do that.
Okay, let's just pump the brakes a little bit. All right, it's Uncle Luke. The point is, just bring some music out, get everybody excited, and then let's do this.
Yeah, it's not time.
I don't want to hear jokes right now.
Opening lineup intro. It's not time for the fake.
It was an NBA musical comedy special. I don't know. Anyway, number 3 loser, and everyone agreed on it, so we're done with that. We're not going to do that next year. That, and we're also going to take Devin Booker's suggestion and feed them the ball for the 3-point contest, which I think is a great idea. All right, number 2 is curling. Curling, people who think curling is a thing and people who think Blake Bortles a thing, let's start a dating site for those two, right? Like you can just pick your drop down. Like, are you into curling? Are you into Blake Bortles being a thing? It's accurate.
Curling is a very.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you think that curling is a real thing?
Yes, it's a very serious.
Do you
sport.
believe in Blake Bortles? I'm just saying.
Yes, but those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
It's like conservatives and red hats. They kind of go together. I'm just saying.
I can't believe they took red hats from me. But listen. So the reason I'm defending.
You did not wear a red hat. You didn't even be funny about it.
Make red hats great again.
Yes.
The reason I defend curling is football locker rooms. Like when the Olympics is on, we just sit there and watch, and everyone gets so serious. And my boy Golden Tate was joking around about how much he loved curling, and now he's in the league, got some money, true to his word. He's out there promoting the U.S. curling team.
Really?
It's this real deal stuff, Joy.
Good
this
for
is real
him.
athleticism.
Well, this Russian curler, shocking that a Russian athlete was caught doping, which is very off brand.
You know, yeah.
I mean, didn't the whole team get canceled? So
that was Rocky 1, right?
Oh, now you watch Rocky, and it was not Rocky 1. Anyway, this Russian curler, Alexander Koslensky.
Exactly.
Positive drug test, and he won bronze in the mixed doubles curling event, whatever that means, with his wife. That's nice. Curling sucks. So that's it. I don't want to hear it. It's such a hipster thing. Like, oh, I like curling. Oh, Blake Bortles is an elite quarterback. I like curling.
It's once every 4 years, Joy.
Okay, I like the Olympics.
Yeah, it's the winter
Figure
one.
skating is my favorite.
Yeah.
But
curling is a very serious sport.
Oh,
Could
really?
you do it?
Could I push a broom down some ice. Yes, I could do that. Yeah, push this heavy stone.
ain't no
See how far
way.
it goes.
Ain't no way you can
Brush
do
the
this
ice.
half splits, 30 yards, same position, and
All right,
brushing the broom at the same
there's
time.
no actual way we can set this up, but if we can down the road have an opportunity to go do curling, I
Yes.
guarantee you I kick ass in curling.
Book it.
I'm fine with that. It's never gonna happen, but I'm happy to say from this point forward until this is booked, I kick ass at curling.
As good as I am at shuffleboard, I will kill you in some curling.
I will dominate you in every physical activity except for tackling.
Actually, I would be down for maybe on Crazy Olympics. Just me and Joy.
I think it's a good idea, actually. We should do that. We should definitely do that. Let's work on that. Okay. Finally, number one loser this week is NBA beefs. I mean, please. This new NBA, we're like, oh my God, we don't like each other.
It was.
I'm totally fine with it, but just please miss me with the whole like these two don't get along thing. Everybody loves each other. It's hugs and kisses all around. Katie and LeBron are in the car together. Okay, just they love each other. They're friends.
They never
don't
ever-
hit me with Russell Westbrook and Joel Embiid. And I love Russell
thing
and
I
he's
hit
about
you
that
with.
life. But that is and I love Joel, but they don't actually hate each other. There is no hate. There's no rivalries. It is dead. The beef is over. I don't get it. Beef with me, you beef forever. But this is how everybody rolls now. So I'm just saying it's done. I don't want to hear it. It's nonsense. Make new beefs. All I'm saying is any beef that we have heard of up until All-Star, if those people were at the All-Star weekend, I don't want to hear about it. I need new beef.
We should have told Devin to beef with somebody. He's an up-and-comer. They could get the beefs hot again.
Make beefs hot again.
Make beef.
Make red hats great again. Make beefs great again.
NBA,
Or make
NBA
beef,
beefs.
Make beef great again. Make beefs. Make beef.
Beat. No.
Where's the beef?
All right, we're going to move on to gut data facts.
Worst.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Joy, gut data fact. We should review Black Panther.
Yes.
Culture. Cultural purposes only.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all,
Join me on my journey to Wakanda.
yes. What were your initial thoughts, and then I'll give mine.
So I got invited to see the premiere at the Chinese Theater.
Ooh.
Not the red carpet premiere, but the
Still
first.
very LA of you.
Yes. Thank you so much. It was the first time I did that. Me and Big Meech went with some other friends. And shouts out to the white Jewish guy that got us the tickets. And we get there. The freaking president of Marvel Studio comes out to say a few words, Kevin Feige. Then he introduced Ryan Coogler, the freaking director, and he's just like chatting it up, talking about traveling to Africa, how African Americans were seen in Africa as like the lost tribe. It
Can you
spoke
pause
to
for 1
me.
second? I love how you are so into this that you're holding the microphone as if it's not on a stand.
Listen. I need to stabilize.
You're
I need
you're
to control myself.
You're literally preaching right now.
Then Ryan Coogler. He invited a Chadwick Boseman down. The Black Panther, Joy,
How are you just now telling me this?
came out to say a couple words. I was floored. It honestly skewed everything for the positive. I don't even know how the movie was. I saw it for a second time yesterday. John Heller took the ladies out. We went to see the movie. It was still amazing. The fact that they put it out during Black History Month, if it was the first time in February, I felt like Black History was made.
Yeah.
First time ever.
I feel-
Got data fact.
We had a little overboard with got data fact on that one. But that is an amazing experience.
It was so
This is
great.
the first time I've been jealous of you. Don't take that the wrong way.
Yes.
But
Knew it.
that's amazing. That's
It was
That's
crazy.
an LA thing though.
Oh my
like
gosh, so
that's
LA.
you always get stories from people like, oh yeah, I was at this movie premiere and Tom Hanks just came out and sat next to me and we talked about the movie. Like that happens out here.
Yes.
It's why people move here,
It's
obviously.
wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When my kids come along, whenever they come, shouts out to the Quesman.
You can't
I'm gonna
hunt
tell
that
him,
experience though.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell them that like that's
The Quesman?
yeah, the question. But I was like, but when the story's gonna get so big that when I tell my kids like, oh, that was the first time I met Ryan Coogler.
Oh,
It's
yeah, the
like,
first
like,
time, of
like,
course.
you know what I'm saying? Like we were just cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome though. But you can't hunt that experience. That's just something that you just have to like just
Oh.
there's no thought in your mind of anything amazing happening
Nope.
and then it happens to you.
Woo.
Wow. Okay, so that's awesome. So I
Yes,
just went and
thank you.
saw
I
it.
appreciate it.
There's no special. Issa Rae did not come out and talk to me about how it impacted her. But I loved it. I thought it was great. And I thought it was obviously super important. Like we don't need to get into all that. We already know all that. But I'm excited for the sequel. I don't know though. Okay.
What?
I know there's gonna be a lot of Halloween costumes for Black Panther this
Say
year.
it, Joy. Let them know.
We can't be complaining. All right?
Tell him.
Look, listen. Please don't do the blackface. Please. Okay, just please. Please. All right, it's what is it? It's February 20th?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I'm telling you now. All right, you have all of the rest of the year until October 31st to let this sink into your brain that you're not to do the blackface, okay?
Right.
Have we made that clear?
Wait, who's not to do it? Joy, you haven't
The people
said it
who
yet.
can't do blackface, okay?
Okay.
Everyone knows who this is, okay?
Yes.
Don't do the blackface, but everyone should be Black Panther. Like, I'm okay with that. That needs to happen. That's the purpose of this,
Black
right?
Panther
to inspire people.
Yes.
To have inclusiveness.
Yes.
Like it's for everyone. Yes, it is for us. We know this, okay? But moving forward, the impact of this movie should be that everyone can be that.
Yeah, if Lil Lamont Jackson can dress up as Captain America in past Halloweens, Timmy could dress up as T'Challa, King
Yes.
of Wakanda,
Yes.
the
Exactly.
Black Panther.
Yes. Have you greeted anyone with that and then not know what you're talking about? Because that's what I'm gonna start doing.
No,
Everyone's saying like I'm only greeting people with that
Yeah.
now, but I don't really think people are committed to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing that to people I'm gonna start doing that to people who I know who haven't seen the movie just to mess with them.
Yeah, I'm slowing it. It's kind of like when after Get Out first came out, I was like, I'm not ready to realize that the rest of the world is seeing it yet. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just feels like mine.
Get out. Listen,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
love Get Out. This is no shade to Get Out. An
No, of
incredible
course not,
movie,
yeah.
very impactful.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is the 5th biggest opening for a movie ever. Okay,
Right.
Most people have seen it
Yes.
or are aware of its existence.
They were prejudiced against light-skinned people in that film, though. I'll
Were
say.
they? I didn't feel any
Yeah,
light skin
well,
prejudice.
There was, I didn't see a lot of Jesse Williams out there. I'm just saying that. Not a lot of Jesse Williams live in Wakanda. I'm just saying. Michael B. Jordan had to force his way in, and he's caramel.
He is caramel.
That's what I'm saying. He had to
He
fight his way. He had to fight his way.
and he
there.
was fabulous.
He had to fight his way
into Wakanda. Yes.
Michael B. Jordan
He did have to fight
was not
his way
welcome.
in. I'm okay with it. It was a great movie. I loved it. Good review by you. It's our first movie review. All right, that was a really fun episode to come back to after my week off from
Yeah.
work.
No, it felt like a week. It's like Joy's not in. I'm working from home.
Yeah.
That's a week off for me too.
Oh, that's very nice of
Yeah,
you. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, take your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself. Thank you to Devin Booker, 3-point champ, for joining us, especially that he is on vacation for All-Star. Appreciate that. Lots of fun today. Make sure you subscribe and give us a nice rating. We appreciate that. And YouTube comments and likes and shares, and follow us on all of our social media pages
Yes.
at Maybe I'm Crazy Pod. And we have a special bonus episode this week with Damon Snacks Harrison, who we now have to call Healthy Snacks, which is a nice little tease for you.
It's sad.
It is sad, but we're not going to reveal anymore. He was amazing. He sat with us for a long time. We talked a lot about food. We argued about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Talked about Louisiana and lots of other fun stuff. So look for that this week. We'll let you know when we're posting that, and we'll catch you later. Love you.
Bye.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy.